Sin?
So we went to pray for people at the train station
Bus
and
station.
bus station.
I know trains.
Oh, okay. And the market. So tell us who you prayed for, Nancy, and what happened.
I prayed for a woman that we hadn't met before, a couple of evenings before at a church, and she had a very bad back and totally relieved of any pain.
Praise God.
And then she also mentioned that her husband had been an alcoholic. I'm saying had been because that's what's going to be. And she had been prayed for that evening at the church, and he was so much better.
Amen.
So we continued to pray for him. And one of the biggest enjoyment was just to let people know that you cared about them and just pray with them for a few minutes. One looked really tired, and just speak some joy and some refreshing into her.
Amen.
You were talking about him.
And I prayed for a young woman. She works for 9/11, and beautiful young lady. And we just talked about her grandma and the wisdom of her grandma, who gave her a lot of biblical background grounding, which is really getting her through a rough time right now because excuse me, she was dating a man for 2 years, and she's expecting. So I prayed on the baby and prayed for an easy delivery and no complications. Then I prayed for her heart to just stay sweet and live in forgiveness. And we prayed for a man in the marketplace that was an alcoholic. Oh, 2 men. 2 men. Oh, and a grandma lady. Remember the grandma lady when we came in? Yeah. She had an eye. She couldn't speak English, but she understood my sign language. And really what it amounts to is praying God's love into them.
Amen.
Through us.
I prayed for the man that they were talking about that was an alcoholic, one of them at the market, and he was talking about how his life was rough, and he had just gotten out of prison a year and a half ago, and his wife and son were estranged from him, and he just wanted prayer about his alcoholism, so he is not going to be an alcoholic anymore. I believe
Amen.
that, and he plans on being at the service tomorrow.
Yeah. All right.
Good,
At YW
He's excited.
in Belize City.
Belize City. Yes.
Amen.
If
St.
you,
Thomas
if you
Street.
got any friends in Belize, tell them miracles are going to be happening at the Y tomorrow.
Amen. So I got to pray for tons of people. I had the one lady that was tall that sang the other night. What's her name?
Julie.
Julie, yeah.
Julia.
We went together and we just prayed for everybody. We were praying together, and then we both were like, we both could do it really well, and so we split up because it's like we could cover more people that way. So, but we got to pray for tons of people. I'd say probably at least 20 people. And so that was really cool. And everybody was really receptive. Not one person said no, not one. And I got to pray for at least 4 pregnant ladies today.
The one that said no to me and was giving me a hard security one is the one you got to later, and you had him bawling.
Yes, I was praying for him before the other lady even came up, and he goes, "You're going to make me cry. Don't do that." Because I asked him what he wanted prayer for, and he said, "I don't know." I said, "What's your heart's desires?" And he said, "I don't have any." And he was just so sad. And I said, "Well, I'm just going to pray for you anyhow." And I started praying for him, and you could just see God touching him. And the other lady came over, and we were talking to him about God, and we just got through, both of us from different angles, doing what God wanted us to do. And it was so cool, because he was like really hard-hearted. And at one point I said, "God sent 2 mamas to come and pray for you." And he's just like, "Oh, you're going to make me cry." So he ended up asking Jesus into his heart. And before that, he looked like he could have been from a gang, And he just, God just did an amazing thing through him. I said, you know, if you were the only one I got to pray for today, it would have been worth it. And God really touched him. And we talked to him for the longest time, and the other security guards, they were all looking at us like, what are you doing to this guy? Like they could see him transforming in front of their eyes. They could see him soften. And at one point, I just put my hand on his heart and prayed for his heart. And at the end, I'm like, are you huggable? And he's like, oh yeah. God just did amazing things.
Sam, what happened to the lady with the broken arm?
Okay, yeah. There was a lady, an old lady. So I called her Mama because that's what they do. Either the young or the elderly women. And she had a broken arm, and it was kind of sticking out. And I did pray, and when I looked, that arm had moved back, and she was no longer in pain.
Praise God. But it ain't just about us, it's equipping the saints. We don't have to have surgeries and spend all their money on doctors.
Amen. And
And hey, come here, young man. Come here.
Shirtless buff.
Samson, tell them what happened to your neck today.
We were driving from you home, and Miss Gabriella hit a bump, and I flew up to the ceiling, and it like cracked hard. And then when Mr. David prayed for me, so God healed me.
all right.
Thanks.
I got to pray for so many people that were just hurting, and the love of God just washed over them. I had so many people that were just crying. Tears were just streaming down their face.
You make me cry all the time.
I do not. Watch out, your nose.
Was playing, so
He,
I
he
started
might come a
dancing.
week from now. We prayed for him,
Yeah.
his pain all left his body,
Yeah.
and we're believing all his limbs are going to straighten out.
Amen.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely. It was a really neat day today, and the one security guard, we spent a lot of time with him. He said, you know, I was watching you as you were walking through the crowd and praying for all those people. I was just wondering if you were going to come to me.
Yeah.
And
And
then
so,
when you guys had him, all of a sudden they points like pray for him, and they said he's part of our team. Like, oh no, he's like
Oh, wow.
giving me a hard time
Yeah.
earlier.
Well, what was interesting too was that though we were praying for the individual, you could tell the curiosity was just
Yes.
mounting in the place.
yes.
And so when we go back next time, I think it's even going to be over the top.
Oh, yeah.
Hey Sam, what was that guy I was telling you about? He believed everybody could heal and everybody could. What would you call him?
I call it. You were saying the way you were talking, he was universalist.
Well, anyway, he's sitting on the bench facing me, and he was arguing. I said, I've been dead. I've walked with Jesus. I've been to heaven, and I've had people come back from the dead that were in hell and torment. And he was arguing, and all of a sudden it was like he hopped over the thing, and he didn't want to sit that close no more. He wanted to chatter from a distance. And later he went and stood in the corner until we all left.
Before you were up there, he saw a arm.
Yeah, he was
And
right behind us.
I saw him just kept shaking his head like it's not real. Nope, it's not gonna work. And it's just like, oh yes, thank you, Jesus. So it
So
was
the
a
power-
great day.
We don't preach an elegant word, but it demonstrates the Holy Ghost in power. And we put it out there, and all of a sudden it hit him because he did not want to be too close to us ever again.
Amen.
Scared his little devils. Anything else?
No, day 5 in Belize. Thanks, guys. God bless.